Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to pull back the curtain on the digital world to see how our favorite apps get updated so quickly and reliably. It's not some messy, chaotic factory line. Think of it more like a perfectly rehearsed, totally automated symphony.
I mean, think about it, right? You open your phone and boom, a new feature, a bug fix, maybe a slicker design. It feels like magic, doesn't it? But, it's not magic at all. It's actually this revolutionary process that's completely changed the game for how software gets made.
It wasn't that long ago that releasing software was this massive, super risky event. Developers would code for months, testers would scramble at the last minute to find all the bugs, and the final release was this huge, stressful, all-hands-on-deck nightmare. And now? It's a totally different world. Small changes get made, tested, and released constantly, sometimes even daily. We've gone from a slow, clunky march to a fast, elegant dance.
Okay, so what's the secret sauce here? What makes this elegant dance possible? Well, it comes down to a really big idea called CI/CD. And trust me, this is the engine that powers pretty much our entire modern digital world.
All right, let's break it down. First up, you've got CI, which stands for Continuous Integration. Just imagine a bunch of developers, all writing code for the same project. Instead of waiting months to put all their work together in one big, scary merge, they do it constantly, like every single day. The system then automatically builds and tests these small changes right away. This way, you find bugs in minutes, not months later when it's a total disaster to fix. And that naturally leads us right into CD, or continuous delivery. Once a new piece of code passes all those automated tests, it doesn't just sit on a shelf somewhere. CD automatically gets it ready for release. It means a new, totally approved version of the app is always ready to go, ready to be shipped to you at the push of a button.
So when you put CI and CD together, this constant, never-ending loop of integrating code, testing it, and getting it ready for delivery, what you get is the very heart of an approach we call DevOps. It's all about breaking down those old walls between the people who develop the software and the people who run it, creating one smooth, continuous, and automated flow.
Okay, but for a symphony to work, even an automated one, you need a conductor, right? You need someone or something that can manage this whole process without ever getting tired or making a silly mistake. And in the world of DevOps, one of the most famous conductors out there is a tool called Jenkins. So what does Jenkins actually do? Well, at its core, its job is pretty simple, but it is incredibly powerful. It's the thing that automatically grabs all the new files from where the developers store their code, like GitHub, and then it kicks off all the automation. Yeah, think of it as the central hub, the trigger for the whole shebang.
Let's go back to that symphony metaphor for a second, because it really works. If the developers are like composers, writing all the beautiful music, and the testers are the critics, making sure it sounds perfect, then Jenkins is the conductor. It's the one waving the baton, telling each section when to play, and making sure the entire performance is absolutely flawless, every single time.
All right, so we've got our conductor. Now, what does the actual performance look like? What's the sheet music it's following? Well, Jenkins follows this super precise sequence of events, this script, that we call an automated pipeline.
Yeah, it's called a build pipeline, and you can really just picture it like a digital assembly line. Raw code goes in one end, and a fully tested, ready-to-use app pops out the other. Every single step is perfectly defined and totally automated.
And that process, it basically boils down to 4 key stages. First, the developers code. Then, Jenkins grabs that code and builds it into an actual application. Next up, it runs a whole bunch of automated tests to smash any bugs. And finally, if everything looks good, it's ready to deploy. Code, build, test, deploy. It's a simple, super powerful, and completely relentless cycle. So just to be super clear, let's break down the roles here. The developers, their job is to focus on one thing, writing amazing code. The testers, their job is to create really smart automated tests. And Jenkins? Jenkins is the tireless workhorse in the middle of it all. It does all the grunt work. It automates the pulling of the code, the building of the app, the running of the tests, and basically giving the final okay on the product. Everyone has a very clear, very specialized role.
And maybe the most incredible part of all of this whole pipeline just runs by itself. A lot of teams will schedule it to run overnight. So just imagine, developers and testers, they go home for the day, and when they come back the next morning, bam! A fully tested, fully certified, brand new version of their app is just sitting there waiting for them.
Okay, this all sounds awesome for the tech folks, right? But why should you, the person just using the app, why should you care about any of this? Well, the truth is, this whole automated symphony is being performed for one reason and one reason only: to give you a way better experience.
I mean, think about it. This whole process means you get access to cool new features way faster than ever before. Because of all that constant automated testing, way fewer of those annoying bugs actually make it out into the wild. And the end result for you? The apps you use every single day just become way more reliable, more stable. It's a direct upgrade to your digital life, really.
So when you boil it all down, this whole system was designed to solve two huge fundamental problems from the old days. What are they? First, the ridiculous amount of time it took to get software out the door. And second, the massive potential for simple human error to mess things up. This automated approach just tackles both of those problems head-on.
And you know, that leaves us with a really fascinating final thought to chew on. When all the boring, repetitive, mechanical parts of a job are handled perfectly by a machine, like Jenkins, what happens? It frees up the humans. It frees up the most creative minds in tech to stop worrying about the process and start dreaming up the next big thing. So the question is, what amazing new things will become possible now that the Symphony can literally play itself?